Here's my audience. Okay. Here's my ID. My note cards. Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Alexandra Stanko, and I'm going to be talking about why it's important to wear masks in public. So masks have always been seen, at least in the United States, as a sign of sickness. However, now it's like it represents safety of others and yourself. The CDC recommends that all people 2 years of age or older wear a mask anywhere in public or when seeing people that aren't living in your household. So the coronavirus is spread from person to person through respiratory droplets. So that means when you cough or sneeze or even talk, it is spread to other people if they inhale it. So that is why using any kind of face covering, and the CDC says that it doesn't have to be cloth or medical, it just has to be some sort of covering, and it will help increase your chances of not getting the coronavirus. So now that I have your attention, I'm going to talk about the need for wearing a mask in public. So first of all, it just lowers the rate of the spread of the coronavirus, and masks are the reason why you wear a mask is not only to protect yourself, but mostly to protect other people from yourself. So let's say you're infected with the coronavirus, you can still, in a mask, you might notice that you can still breathe out, but it is harder to breathe in. And that is because, when you breathe out, you can still feel air coming through the mask. So it mostly protects you from other people and other people from you. So studies have shown that when people the more people that wear masks, the better. Now that I've talked about the need, I'm going to talk about the solutions and how it could benefit you from wearing a mask. So wearing a mask can help protect you from others, which means it would slow the spread and will help our country open back up. And that will help our economy, which means it'll help have more jobs opening and just more activities for everyone to do. It also has been shown if the country was reopened, it could help with your mental state a lot more. Being able to come in contact with others and just being able to live your life the way you used to. Also, it lowers the rates significantly of spread, which means that there was a study done where if everybody was to wear a mask, the coronavirus would probably die off and 0 people would be sick in a matter of a couple of weeks if we all were to wear masks. So now that I've talked about the solutions and how wearing a mask could benefit you, I'm going to talk about what would happen if we all wore masks. So the mortality rate has been shown to increase by 54% if people don't wear masks in a Pacific community. Like if Washoe County, no one wore a mask, the mortality rates would go up by 54%. However, if everyone were to wear a mask, it would only be at 8% or less, which is a significant decrease. So now that I've talked about what would happen, I'm going to show you a quick video and a presentation of what the water droplets or the respiratory droplets look like and how far they could actually spread without a mask. So I'm going to play it for you. That's someone sneezing, and this is actually how far it can spread onto other objects and people if you don't wear a mask. It's kind of gross. And you can see it spreads up to 43 inches if you're not wearing a face covering. And I'll show you in my presentation that when you wear a mask, it is mostly contained when you sneeze by your face and doesn't spread as much as this guy's does. Oh, that's another one. But okay, so now I'm going to show you the presentation. It's just a quick, just a couple of pictures that show you. So This one says, my mask protects you and your mask protects me. So it's mostly for the protection of other people. And then it also shows that if someone with COVID isn't wearing a mask and someone who is wearing a mask, it is also very likely for the spread to happen, because while you can inhale, it is harder to exhale. So that means that it's easier to inhale the germs from the carrier. And then if the carrier wears the mask, then it's more unlikely for someone that doesn't wear a mask to get it. But the best possible way is for both people, the carrier and the person not infected. It's very unlikely if they both wear a mask. And then this is just another example of what happens, the transmission. Like if both of them don't wear a mask, then it's really high. If one wears a mask, then it's low, but the lowest is when they both wear a mask. And then this is what I was talking about earlier. When you do sneeze, this is all the respiratory droplets that fly out. However, in a mask, you can see that it's mostly centered in by your face. So now that I've shown you my visual, I'm going to talk about, or now that I've explained what would happen if we all wore masks and the dangers of not wearing a mask, I'm going to talk about, or try to call you to action and try and urge you to wear a mask in public. Wearing a mask in public, as I've shown, can help stop respiratory droplets from spreading up to 43 inches in front of you, which means it could get on objects, which people can then touch, and onto other people, or they could breathe it in. And if we were all to wear masks, it would really benefit the community around you and the world even, because then we would have less cases and be able to open up the country and be able to have go back to how we used to live. It would just be a happier community. So I hope I have all urged you to wear your mask in public, and thank you.